sales and profits are on the up at Bandai Namco, thanks in part to a slight increase in sales within the company's video game division. According to the Japanese company's financials for the full year, ended March 31st,
2019
consolidated net sales rose by 8% year-over-year to 732.3 billion yuan, $6.68 billion, while profit rose by 17.1% to 63.5 billion yuan, $578.7 million. Digging into the company's network entertainment segment, which houses its video game operations, net sales rose by 5% year-on-year to 349 billion yuan, $3.1 billion, while operating profit dipped by 2% to 47.5 billion yuan, $133.6 million. Although it did not reveal any exact sales figures, Bandai explained that the worldwide launch of major new titles like Soul Calibur V, Ace Combat 7, and Jump Force contributed to that sales upswing, and said that repeat sales of existing titles also played a part. Overall, sales of home console games totaled 27.6 million units for the year, with the bulk of those sales coming from Europe, 12.7 million units, and the Americas, 10.2 million units. Bandai expects home console titles to sell a similar amount next year, and is currently forecasting global sales of 26 million units by the end of the fiscal year. With that in mind, the Japanese company expects to see consolidated net sales of 720 billion yuan, $6.6 billion, and profits of 50 billion yuan, $156.4 million, when the fiscal year ends March 31st.
2020 U.S.
Publisher has cut the ribbon on an in-house sports studio that's been dubbed the e-broadcast center. As reported by VentureBeat, the new studio represents a multi-million-dollar investment in the burgeoning sports industry and highlights the long-term appeal of competitive gaming. The studio itself is comprised of two parts: a stage complete with audience seating, and a laid-back player's lounge, which has been designed to mimic an yard lot. The entire development has more than 60 screens and monitors, 200 light fittings, multiple spectator cameras, directional microphones, and a fully equipped control room that can handle digital and television broadcasts. The broadcast center and studio has a focus on running competitions, but it also will have all of the other show content, like analyst shows, lifestyle profiles, the things you see around traditional sports, said a senior vice president of competitive gaming, Todd Citrin. We know for us to be a leader in competitive gaming, we needed to increase both the quantity and quality of content we were producing. This is a monumental moment. It furthers our commitment to competitive gaming for years to come. The studio will officially open its doors later today, when it plays host to the Madden 19 Challenge, the longest-running esports competition in the Madden 19 Championship Series. Retro game streaming platform Madstream has already secured the rights to over 2,000 games from publishers like CODDMASTERS,
SNK,
and Arc System Works. Although the service, which is basically being pitched as the Netflix of retro games, is currently seeking funding through Kickstarter, it's already netted the rights to some popular franchises like Double Dragon, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Great Runner, and Metal Slug. It's notable to see another streaming service construction with publishers, at least, and suggests the idea of a streaming-only game platform has been boosted by the emergence of services and tech like Google Stadia and Polystream. For those curious about Endstream, the nascent platform will support multiple versions of the same game, C6 Fire, Arcade, Spectrum A,
T, C,
and will not require any extra downloads after users have installed the Endstream app. According to the company's Kickstarter page, Endstream will be supported on PC, Mac, X1, and Android, with most all followed soon, and will give users the power to vote on which games are added via a community vote, as new licensing rights are secured. Right now, it's unclear how much an annual Endstream subscription will cost after the platform leaves early access, as the company is offering annual subscriptions at FIXCDP or ICES of $60 and $70 for early Kickstarter backers across different tiers. Those interested can find out more by checking out THANTSTRAM website and Kickstarter campaign. Secrets can tell you a lot about how a game was designed, and Tato's classic bubble bottles full of them. Today, we are off on a trip to visit one of the listed things, a secret room that shows up if you get to level 20 without dying. I have been there several times, and I will show you how you can reach it too, and feel it. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's introduce the game first. Tato's popular 1986 arcade game Bubble Bottle is one of a class of game that we might call as PPS, single-room platform puzzle games. These are a category of game that consists of a series of single-side view rooms, where the player controls some small circuit on the screen, and must typically use a basic set of abilities, often just jumping and a means of attacking, to defeat all of the enemies in the playfield like a route, which then allows passage to the next route, among some large number of them. Although Donkey Kong itself fits the description, if taken literally, as a PPS, are actually a fairly explosive genre. Tato made a few of them, some of them sequels to Bubble Bottle itself, others of the same type are Bubble Bottle's predecessor Chunk and Pop, contemporary The Fairyland Story, and Toplan's 1990 release Snow Brothers. Of them all, Bubble Bottle is the best known, so popular as to be almost legendary. Its popularity is a result of its shallow difficulty curve, its insanely catchy music, its easy-to-grasp gameplay, its vast number of power-up items, and the game's ridiculous depths as far as secrets go. One of the secrets is the purpose behind this article. There are a set of 3 secret rooms that become available to players, up to 2 can play at once, if they can reach rounds 20, 30 and 40, out of 100, without losing a life. These rooms are, assuming you were not spoiled, one of the keys to finding the game's true and happy ending. For reasons we will get into, but reaching in the level 20 without dying at all is quite challenging. This guide is here to help you achieve this feat on while you are OWM, and understand how the dev team's decision to implement these secrets has one dimension to the game's design. The Bubble Bottle series. In addition to the original game, there are at least 3 intersecting and crossed over series connected with the Bubble Bottle that interested devs and players might wish to examine. There's the original sequence themselves, which could be taken to include Rainbow Islands, arcade and ports, and Paras All-Stars, various console and microcomputer versions, but no arcade release. Bubble Bottle might also be seen to be a follow-up to the earlier arcade game Chunk and Pop. All of these games are sub-type games, except maybe Rainbow Islands, although some of them have some amount of scrolling within their rooms, even if they are in a similar genre. These games still play differently enough to Battle Bottle that there was demand for more games with Battle Bottle's specific play mechanics. That would bring us the rare Famicom NES game Battle Bottle Part 2, 1993, and arcade games Battle Symphony and Battle Memories. On top of this, there's also the Puzzle Bottle side series, also known as Besta Move, which have completely different playstyle, but use many of the same characters. The game consists of 100 rooms of enemies that can be tackled either by one player going solo or two playing cooperatively. Each room has different enemies and a different layout. Every room is a single screen. While the game is a platformer,